Turning seawater into drinking water as a solution to our region's drought problem is the talk of the town. And one of you asked, why doesn't Corpus Christi sell the salt byproduct of desal? It's a good question. So the salty leftovers from the desalination process is called brine, and it can be worth a ton of money. And we're not just talking table salt here. It's packed with minerals and metals like lithium, magnesium, copper, and zinc. The same stuff we need to build EV batteries, smartphones, and military fighter jets. And some companies are already jumping in to cash out. So I asked CCW if there were any plans to sell byproducts of desal, and they said, well, yeah, there have been conversations in the past about harvesting these minerals, and a couple companies have even reached out to express interest. But CCW says there's no formal plan because we don't even have a functioning desal plant here yet. And that's because City Council basically fired the company who offered to build the plant for them for the price of $1 billion. Now, there are about 18,000 desal plants around the world, pulling 23 trillion gallons of seawater every year. And for every gallon of fresh water that they make, another gallon of brine is left behind. And that's enough to fill 50,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. And inside that salty sludge, roughly $2.2 trillion worth of metals, according to researchers. Now, Freeport, Texas is already on it. The coastal city is home to America's largest magnesium plant, and they've been turning seawater into metal for warplanes since before World War II. And a California startup is already doing this with the financial backing of the Department of Defense. Why? Because China controls about 85% of the world's magnesium, a key ingredient in the production of steel. And as trade tensions between the US and China continue to rise, making metal here in America would strengthen manufacturing and our national security. But here in Corpus Christi, the debate isn't just about money and metal. It's an environmental and moral one.
No desal! No desal!
Opponents say any brine discharge by these plants would damage marine life, raise salinity levels in the bay, and add industrial pollution to areas like Hillcrest, a historically Mexican and Black neighborhood that's already surrounded by refineries and has a long legacy of segregation and neglect. Residents there have already filed complaints under the Fair Housing Act and Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, arguing that building a desal plant in their backyard would be discriminatory and harmful. So could we one day sell the salt and metals of desal? Maybe. The technology exists and the interest is real. But until a plant is actually built and a plan is formally approved, that waste stays just what it is, an untapped gold mine beneath waves of unknown consequences.